I keep seeing this discourse on TikTok about single moms and dating single moms and who doesn't want to date single moms and, oh, you're not worthy and all this stuff, blah, blah, blah. As a former single mom of 2 kids with 2 baby daddies, I have the room to say what I'm about to say. Every time you have another kid by another man or multiple kids by multiple men, your dating pool of men that will take you serious and want to date you, to marry you and see you as a wifey prospect and see you as somebody they want to build their life with and take serious gets smaller, 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 smaller. And that's just bottom line, period, end of story, end of discussion, no argument. And that's a hard truth to swallow as a woman, that, hey, I made this decision thinking I trusted this person and wanted to have a family with this person, and it didn't work out. And now because of that, there's like a whole group of men that don't even like see me as a dating. Yes. And that's just it. And as a former single mom, I had to come to terms with that. And that hurt. It hurt me that, hey, like it's not my fault I'm a single mom. It doesn't matter. People need to understand that single moms also come with a lot of fucking baggage. It's not even just about, hey, you had a kid with another man, you already started a family, or you're used goods. It has nothing, like, there's so much more to why people don't want to date single moms. The fucking baggage, the mental baggage, the emotional, physical, financial, like, there's so much fucking baggage. A lot of single moms come from abusive, fucked up, mentally, emotionally draining, traumatic relationships and aren't healed. And that in itself is baggage. Being abused is baggage. Trauma is baggage. All that stuff, trust issues, being cheated on, it's baggage. It's baggage. And a lot of us don't take the time to heal. A lot of us leave our abusers, our liars, our cheaters, our narcissists, and then we jump right back into the dating game. No therapy, no healing, no taking the time for ourselves to find ourselves, to get over what the fuck we went through. And then we take all that baggage and try to find a man to save us. And that's just not it. You shouldn't be looking at dating as a single mom as like a savior, or, hey, this person's going to bail me out or help me with these kids and we're going to be like, you should be dating for love. You should be dating to meet your partner. Now, as a single mom.
Look, after hearing her speak, and aside from all the colorful language, right, I'm not going to say she's off and she's not lying, but the real question you got to ask yourself is this. Can a woman with multiple kids from different fathers or even the same father, after a divorce or another failed relationship, can they actually find genuine love today? That's the question. Is it genuine? A man who will provide, protect, accept her kids like they're his own, is that possible to find today? And I'm sure a lot of you are going to be like, yeah, anything is possible. It happened to me, right? But the probable answer is that it's rare. It's highly unlikely. The dating market today is unforgiving. Men are more cautious, women are more defensive, and the tolerance for BS and baggage is like this. It's extremely low. Most men who have, let's just say they have their life together already, they know they don't have to raise another man's kids. They don't have to inherit someone else's story. They don't have to start a family in a chapter already written with a terrible ending. And let's be honest. Let's be honest about the men who do step into that role, which I disagree. I highly disagree for many reasons. These guys are usually going to be the older guys. The older guys who don't have many options left. Men who are out of shape, out of touch, and definitely out of demand. Even if they're earning good money, they're not the men women fantasize about. These guys are the men settling because they lack leverage. And the women are settling also. The divorced men who accept that situation are not doing it out of love. They're doing it because they're paying child support, possibly. Their ex-wives took them to the bank. And now moving in with a woman who already has her own place, it cuts their expenses in half. It's not about romance. It's a financial thing. It's a financial survival move. And the spiritual men, right? These guys are not divine leaders. Most of these spiritual guys are simps. Most of these men were trained by the church to sacrifice themselves because the church runs on female tithes. I know a lot of you are going to be angry about that. Pastors preach male guilt because women pay all the bills. Women are the biggest supporters in the church. So you got these pastors simping for these women. In my opinion, a man is not stepping in as a leader. He's stepping in as a servant. Why do I say that? Because you got to ask yourself the question. Look, if I'm a man coming into this relationship and all the boxes are checked off, like my main question is this: when your kids get out of line, and I mean out of line, like highly disrespectful, can I beat their ass? Can I discipline those children? And the answer, more than likely, is going to be no. And why would I put myself in a position like that then? Who are you in this relationship? So when we talk about success, we got to be real about it. Love isn't the problem. Leverage is. When a woman has 2 or 3 kids and tries to re-enter the dating world, she's not negotiating from equality. She's negotiating from gratitude. Gratitude. Gratitude is going to be the word today. If she tries to date like she still has some leverage she had before the kids, she'll be disappointed every single time she gets with a man. The only way a man, in my opinion, would ever see something like this as beneficial to him is if there's some sort of real peace. And I'm not talking about men who are raised to be simps. I'm talking about just your average man that's doing all right for himself, right? He's got to see it as real peace. There's got to be real structure in the house. Like when I come to the house, I get to the house, the kids got to be, if it's late, they got to be ready for bed. They got to be already bathed, right? These kids have to have respect for their mom, respect for me. These kids got to be well spoken. You know, there's got to be structure. You can't have these kids running around all over the place and just being highly disrespectful. It is not going to happen. I want to see the bathrooms clean. I want to see the kitchen clean. I want to see a clean house, a house filled with peace. When it comes to you, I want real femininity. You know, when I was watching this video and I'm watching her speak, in the beginning, I'm like, oh, she's an attractive woman. She's got pretty privilege. You know, she did a thing. But then when she started using the F-bomb, I'm like, that just took away from her femininity. It's like you guys want to bamboozle us in the beginning to pull us in. And then all of a sudden, the real you comes out. Maybe I'm old. I'm old. I'm over 50 years old, but I just can't hear a woman drop F-bombs all the time. It's just, it does nothing for me. I don't know. You got to just come with real maturity, man. All of that must outweigh everything she's bringing to his doorstep. She can't jump back into dating thinking she's being chosen. She has to recalibrate. The women who actually win after divorce are the ones with pretty privilege. The ones who are feminine. The ones who sit themselves down and get accountable. They humble themselves. That's how they're able to rebuild. They're not competing with childless women. They create their own lane built on maturity, stability, and gratitude. That's the word of the day. And that combination is rare today. A lot of you women don't even know what femininity really looks like because you were never raised to be feminine. You were raised to be masculine. But here's the mistake most women make. They think they're dating for a second chance. But in reality, they're interviewing for redemption. Most men are not signing up for a position that already had multiple men quit. If a woman hasn't healed, if she hasn't cleaned up the traits that attracted the wrong man, if she hasn't rebuilt her emotional, financial, and personal foundation, she's not ready for anything except a repeat of the same pattern. So what does success actually look like? Like the single mother who finds real love today is the one who stops looking for a savior, like she said. I agree with that. I agree with, stop looking for validation and a bailout and all that. I agree with all of that, right? She's got to build peace, right? She's got to take care of her responsibilities. She's got to live within her means. She lets her actions, not her attitude, show humility and stability. With all that being said, let me be completely honest with the ending here, because I'm not in the business of giving false hope to any of you. A woman with multiple kids, you guys can want real love. You can pray for it. You can hope for it. You can do all of that. You can pray to the universe, but the likelihood of receiving the same level of love she once gave is almost impossible. You guys are not going to like what I'm going to say, not because she's unworthy, but because she never truly detaches from the man she chose to have children with. There it is right there. A woman will always keep a soft spot for the father of her kids. She will always, and I mean always, carry that bond. She will always compare every new man to him, even if he was toxic. Even if he failed her, even if she left him. And what's crazy about it is that you men know this. They know she's not fully theirs. You guys know her loyalty is split. You know her heart was already given away in a chapter that she can't erase. So when we're being honest, love for single mothers is not just rare. It is borderline unrealistic. Not because men won't try, but because she already gave the deepest parts of herself to someone else. I'm always going to link the content creator back to the description on my YouTube channel. You can find them there. You can continue listening to what she's got to say. What say you? I know a lot of you agree. I know a lot of you can't comment because your wives be having access to your social media and you're afraid to start some sort of beef. I'll see you guys on the next one, man.